Hey everybody, this is Kevin and welcome back to another episode of building the DeAgostini Models International Space Station. Now, a little bit of a reprieve. If you remember last episode, I was a little bit concerned about how we're going to fit the stand with the ISS on it under the camera. I do have another couple weeks to figure that out yet, because this episode is all about working on the module that we just completed or started last episode. We're going to add to it, we're going to build this up a little bit, but it's not going to attach to the main unit, so that's still on the shelf. So let's get to working on this piece and get going in stages 13 and 14. Okay, stage 13 consists of what looks like these small panels and little insert units that are going to attach to the side of this. You'll see what I mean in a minute, but they're going to be like panels that stick out from the base of the existing module. So let's go ahead and get into it and see what everything looks like up close. Okay, we got a bag of donkey screws here to work with, and here's our flat panels and our plugins. So let me sort through this, figure out what's what, and we will start assembly of stage 13. Okay, I believe we're able to do this entire stage in one filming segment. First thing we need to do is take this little bracket piece here, and we're going to take this bottom unit of this flat panel, and we're going to slip this hole over that post, just like that. Then we take this other panel and set it right on top of that, and it'll kind of snap into place there. Okay, then we're going to take two of our AS5 screws and attach the two panels, which actually will sandwich in that bracket that we just put in there. And from here on out, everything else is just pressure fit. There's no screwing of screws or bolts to keep things together. Okay, so there's that unit all comprised of those pieces. Then we take these plastic panels. I'm not even sure what these are, but this one, for example, has 3 pins, and it's going to plug into those 3 holes that are open. So we're going to plug that into that spot there. Hopefully everything lines up. It does, and there. Snaps into place. I like it if that one made it one, maybe. There we go. I was going to say just a little more flush. Got it. Okay, perfect. And then we've got this other piece here that's got the 2 pins, and it's going to plug in to those posts right there. Just like that. And then this whole unit here is then going to plug into our previous module using these 2 side slots right there. And it's going to plug in, let's see, let me get the orientation right. You see those 2 little catch grooves right there on the side? It's going to slide right into those and forward. And just like that, this module is done, and stage 13 is complete. Okay, stage 14 is going to be additional parts added on to the stage 13 completed module. So let's get all these little guys out. Now these 3 units are all identical, so we can't mess that one up. This one's a little bit different, and that's why it's obviously bagged with another little piece to it. I'm going to keep this in the bag just so we don't get confused. And then we've got some AS5s and MS4s, and this other back panel, which I assume is going to plug into the back here at some point, but I don't want to jump the gun. So let me sort through the manual, figure out what we need, and we'll get to working on it. Okay, once again, I'm going to attempt to do all of these steps, which is a total of 4 steps, I'm sorry, 5 steps in one segment. So the first thing we need to do is take our existing module from stage 13, and we want to use these 3 little plug-in units here. And there are slots for them to slide into using these little notches. So let's see, one goes in the top here. It's kind of a loose fit for now, but it'll get sandwiched in and tighten up. We want to take our second one, and it's going to go down here to the bottom right into there. And then our third one is going to go bottom left. Okay, so that leaves an opening right here, and that's going to be where this little guy comes into play. So let's go ahead and open him up. And let's see, this piece here is symmetrical. No, it's not. So we're going to have to figure out which side goes to which. But it looks like in order to get that hole to line up, see, unfortunately the manual doesn't show any difference with where that hole is. See, the hole is not perfectly centered. And I want to make sure we get it in the right spot. If I put it there, or even if I put it here, we're going to be a little short. So I'm going to say, let's put it even. I think that's the safe bet. Yeah, that's going to work. Okay, so let me take an AS5 donkey screw. And thread it into that unit there. Okay. Extra little cinch here on it. Okay, that looks just about perfect. Okay, so now we're going to take this unit and slip it into this opening here. Okay, I see. Yeah. Okay, so that fits in flush like that. All right, then we want to take our back panel here. And you'll notice, let me show you, on the outside post here, there are these grooves cut out, but you want to ensure that these holes that screw into the unit, if you see, one's got, they're identical, that's the issue. So you want to make sure that this little yellow guy is pointed out to the right. So it is going to go in this orientation here. That plugs in, actually kind of, there you go. Yep, it snaps in. Okay, then we're going to take our little MS4 screws. And this is screwing into metal. There it goes. It took a second to catch, but once it took, yeah, that's not going in any further. Okay, there we go. That's it. So there is our result of stages 13 and 14. That is it for this episode and for these stages. Okay, that wraps up stages 13 and 14 on the DeAgostini ISS build. As you can see, this module is just about complete. I can't really imagine adding more to it. I don't see any places to add to it or any attachment points. other than the back of this module here is obviously at some point going to plug into the big ISS as a whole. So we did accomplish a lot on this little guy here, so we're going to set this aside and see what happens next episode. Until then, everybody, God bless, and we'll see you next time.